even close. Even close.
Alright guys, here we go. Steve was a teacher. This is a
Your son is a failure. He's barely passing my class, and with grades like this, I'm just not sure what. Your son is a failure. He's barely passing my class, and with grades like this, I'm just not sure what kind of future he's gonna have. What do you have to say for yourself? You're supposed to graduate this year.
Listen to Mr. Johnson. What kind of future do you think you're gonna have?
With all due respect, don't call me a failure. Failure is an event, not a person, in fact. And you talk about the future, Mr. Johnson, but you're not preparing us for that.
Excuse me?
Just listen to what I'm saying.
This should be good.
Would you agree that in the future, most careers will become automated?
Yeah, so?
So the people who succeed will have to be curious, innovative, with resilience to adapt to new changes.
What's your point?
My point is, the focus in this school is not on that. It is on regurgitating information and test taking, and that's just real. But in today's world, creativity is the most important leadership skill.
Oh, that's how you feel.
You don't have to believe me, but maybe you will believe the 1,500 executives who recently said creativity is the most important leadership skill. See, pretty soon, no one will be hired because of what they know. Because who cares what you know or if you've memorized a fact?
And this is a lot of times I'm like, okay, yeah, Sean will start, but a minute at the end, and he's losing his crap. He basically lost all the turn in his buttocks. that was like a really bad joke, like reserved for only the minions. But he literally says that what you know, like how, like what 2 + 2 is. That's like a matter when you're creative, you can think about how long will it take it to come to
Google and Siri for that. In the future,
that's true. This guy
will be hired because of what they can do with their knowledge. Can they?
Yeah, but without school, there is no knowledge. Listen, if you're saying school is pointless, then how can you read to make the subtitles in the first place? And you're gonna have Siri go through all that? Nah, buddy. You need to listen. Siri messed up a lot. It just why is this sky blue? There's nothing else to say.
Creatively solve real-world problems, not just follow instructions or directions and bubble in.
Okay, not everyone's supposed to be a president. I would say you being in woodworking is just fine.
Multiple choice questions. So
what was that again? Carpenter. Also, you're F, so you're failing.
That's why I'm stressed, because these robotic tasks we learn in school should stop. Because no one can do a robot's job better than a robot.
Listen, my mom says from personal experience that she wishes she would have remembered more from school. You know, it will make stuff easier and calculating for the budget. And you guys are all about the middle class, and that's good. That'll be good for you guys.
Billionaire founder of Alibaba, Jack Ma, said that we should not compete with artificial intelligence, but instead focus on developing unique human intelligence. Mr. Johnson, drills are for teeth, not the human mind. So these repetitive knowledge-based tasks we must leave behind. Or in the future.
No, it's still good to have knowledge.
You're gonna find a lot of people graduating out of your class right into the unemployment line.
Why? They now have a high school diploma, which my brother knows from experience. He's gonna open up a lot of jobs to you. You don't get a decreased chance of getting employed if you have a high school diploma. And if everyone is going interested to the unemployment line, well, how's the employment
See, many top companies today don't look at grades. Mom, that old way
is
expiring.
But they still look at, certain stuff looks on grades, like if you want to be someone special like a doctor, and other stuff will rely, well, do you have a high school diploma?
Google has been quoted as saying GPAs are worthless criteria for hiring. Founder of
Doesn't matter.
Tesla, Elon Musk agrees. So I say this with unease and sorrow. If you continue to teach today as you taught yesterday, then you rob us students of tomorrow.
So
Mr.
how are they supposed to teach them?
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Sometimes sitting in your class is tough. I'm constantly thinking, if I don't look up at the clock, maybe it'll speed up. So I listen to you, do my work.
Okay, listen. If you're bored and you're not having a good time in school because it's boring and you'd rather be playing Fortnite Season 7 and Chapter 2 Season 7, that's okay.
Can pay attention, feeling like an hour had to have gone by, but it was only 3 minutes.
That's just him being impatient. Sure, 8 minutes is a lot, but if you want to talk about preparing for the real world, 9 to 5 is basically not basically, but is 8 hours. So it's preparing for real world, yeah. And honestly, like I said, itching to play Fortnite, that's not a problem.
So if you wonder why we're bored in class, look, you want to get a kid to hate reading? Give them
No. Okay, what is it?
this. A school text.
Oh, you want to get it. Listen, kids are immature. They don't like to read stuff like, oh no, some kids don't like to read like history, so like, oh, a big thing on history, you know, and also they can also read other stuff too, like some mangas they don't like. A lot of people don't like certain stuff, and some people do like these books, and I'm pretty sure.
And some people think it's our fault, and that hurts me.
Why? Because number one, it's like you have like a fetish to dress up like a kid. No, that's not the right word. But you know what I mean? Like you're always dressed up like you're a kid when you're not.
They say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Yeah, they can also stick you in a room for 8 hours and make you listen to him. If not, you're gonna be beaten. So, with me.
And to that I say no. Firstly, you can put salt in that horse's hay and make him thirsty. And if you bring joy in your classroom, you can make any bad student nerdy.
No, that's not true. If you don't crack down on, I say this with heavy quotes, crime in your school, like being on your phone, it's not gonna, being drunk in the classroom is not gonna change anything. You're just bad and you need to change behavior. Not everything is so complicated like that. I mean, kids need to be punished sometimes. Me as a kid saying that, so that means that you're a really stupid prince.
He or she discovers the beauty of truly learning. Mr. Johnson, I mean no disrespect. You have the most important job on this planet. You build, create, and save lives. But if you really care about my future, like you say, then you have to fully commit and ask yourself honestly, how do I prepare a child for a future that doesn't yet exist? Here's a hint. The answer is not found in this. It's using this and this. See, in the future, we will need...
Hey, can you explain to us exactly how? Because you're being really vague, and you're doing stuff that's getting a lot of people riled up and subscribe to you and make you look like you're a good person, but I need you to come out and say exactly what you're going to do.
Passion and compassion. People with inspired hearts and wisdom to uplift this planet. And Mom, I love you, but can I be real?
Go ahead.
You want to know one of the biggest factors for childhood success? It's not IQ. It's family meals.
Okay, that's a low to your moment. You shouldn't be saying that in public, but alright.
We haven't had one of those in a while. See, I know sometimes you don't feel proud, because I may not be a straight A student, but I'm not stupid. These tests may be 70% of my grade, but they're 0% of my future. But don't worry, I'll pass this class and get through this. But I need you to give me the space I need to be me and live true. Because the best feeling in the world is that your own parents get you. There's a passage in a book called The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. And if you don't mind, I'd love to share it with you.
Go ahead.
See, he says, your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life longing for itself.
No, the sons does of God in your children.
Come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, they do not belong to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell
This
in
is
the house.
actually, that definitely came from God, because that's exactly what Christianity is, except that it's God, not whatever it is, whatever Christianity.
So, Mom, I'd appreciate it if you give me the love that I need to pursue my dreams. See, if we are to succeed, all three of us need behavior change on all fronts. We talk about the future, but the future is now, and it is created now by all of us.
I've never heard you speak like that before.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But I'm going to reach out to administration and try to change some things. You have my word.
Okay, so this is supposed to be student versus teacher, but there's not really. Alright, let's see. There's not. If I was present. Don't go back to school, teacher. Okay, Tusson's Elizabeth B.S. frustration. Okay, I need to find another video. Okay, no, it's not good on my feet, but guys, can we just be honest with you for a little bit? It was marketed to be street, but it's really not. So this is whatever. I don't know if it's getting released. It's probably not gonna really get released today. I'm probably gonna do what is school for. I'm not gonna take the risk. I'm probably just gonna do this video right away. I might send this to one of my family members, so that way,